Number 13, Shizem Kanadai. Number 14, Kenya Karkases. Number 15, Yekaterina Orlova. Number 16, Foluke Akinradevo. And number 17, Laura Olsenaden.
And now, here is a team from Japan, Hisamitsu Spring Volley. Starting with team captain number 1, Miyuth Nagaoka. Number 20, Sayaka Tsui. Number 2, Chizuru Koto. Number 3, Risa Shinabe. Number 4, Nana Iwasaka. Number 5, Yui Mizuta. Number 6, Yuki Ishii. Number 8, Rika Nomoto. Number 9, Maya Tomalska. Number 11, Erika Sakai. Number 14, Fumika Moriya. Number 15, Ayano Naoshi. Number 16, Risa Ishibashi. And number 18, Mana Tooi.
We wish both teams good luck.
Both teams now meeting at the center court. And it's going to be an interesting matchup once again between these two squads, some of the best in their respective clubs. Of course, Volero Zurich competing in the Champions League, FIVB, while Hisamitsu Springs Kobe competing in the V Premier League, 5-time champions in Japan. And they're all fired up as we prepare to watch some hard-hitting volleyball action. Before we meet the starters of both squads, Tech Shooter, what is your volleyball gospel? Very quickly for Volero Zurich and Hisamitsu Springs Kobe.
Okay, so Volero Zurich, they have to play in the sky and keep their tempo where they're comfortable. For Hisamitsu Springs, they have to defend that ball and just throw more balls at Volero Zurich.
So here we go. Here are starting 7 of the Swiss Club Volero Zurich. Number 3, welcome, Fabiana. With the number 5, Lorna Lavancha. Number 7, Odessa Nalu. Number 9, Captain Natalia Mamalo. Number 15, Yekaterina Orlova. Number 16, Foluke Akinradevo.
And this is a very tall starting lineup for Volero Zurich. Like what we talked about earlier, Akinrado, Mamadova also in that lineup. Let's see if they can dictate tempo, they can dictate their defensive strength against the starting lineup of Hisamitsu Springs Kobe.
Number 4, number 6, Yumi Mizuta. Number 9, Tomalska. Number 15, Ayano Naoshi. Number 20, Sayaka Tsui. Their coach is Fumika.
Like you mentioned, Tex, defense and speed is going to be key for the ladies of Coach Nakarakumi. Like what you always mention when you cover games like this one, especially against relatively smaller teams, you need to make the middle blocker of the opposition work, make them dance from side to side.
Yeah, you have to test their pivot discipline and their footwork and constantly test them, make them move. Yeah, they're longer, but you have to make them move. That's the only way.
And here we go, set number 1 about to start. Hisamitsu Springs Kobe serving, Volero Zurich receiving. Here's a back set, right side attack. put up by the backline defense of Hisamitsu Springs. Another chance for Volero Zurich. It's a quick play for Ekaterina Orlova.
Very simple, a quick run in the middle there. Hisamitsu Springs unable to pop that ball up for a transition attack, forcing the chance ball.
Here's Fabiola serving now for Volero Zurich. Pass set to the left side. Right side, drop ball, wouldn't fall, picked up nicely by the libero of Volero Zurich. Quick play for Hisamitsu Springs.
There you go, you know, that one extra pass. So the defense was in disarray, ran the quick set. Nice be quicker for all the US viewers there, the 31 set.
There's Ishii Yuki with that service. It's a back attack that's put away. And Mamadova elevates and puts the ball down hard. Take a look at this play. Number 15 running her route. And then freeing up the back attack for number 9. 2 serving 1 here in set number 1. So far, Hisamitsu Springs able to handle the tough serve of Volero Zurich. Left side attack, sent back.
You know, Hisamitsu Springs has to do a faster tempo set, but sets that are that low, right in the wheelhouse of the blockers, they can invade the space. They don't have to go straight up. They can invade the space since the ball is low.
And that time, trying to go quicker there.
They're trying to run the same play. Shinabe just not able to put the ball away. Wrist snap kind of fell by the wayside as you saw the ball sailing without spin.
And it's a 5-1 lead now for Volero Zurich. And this is something that Hisamitsu Springs was concerned about going up or leading into this matchup against Volero Zurich. The ability of Volero to serve tough. And even yesterday, that was their concern. We couldn't handle the service. And that's something that they wanted to adjust. As Nagaoka trying to score with that left hand. And their captain, Nagaoka Miyu, opposite hitter, also played in the Rio 2016 and able to put that one away. It's a 5-1 or 6-1 lead for Volero Zurich, and timeout whistled on the floor. Volero Zurich already, even in the early part of set number 1, able to score in a variety of ways. There was a quick play, and then there was a block kill, and then a service ace. Already showcasing that they can impact the game through many aspects. And another block this time from Mamadova.
Yeah, nobody getting fooled about the play calling of Hisamitsu Spring. There's a little air of familiarity.
There's a drop ball, a good pickup for the Volero libero. And sending that one to the stands.
Yeah, the advantage of Volero Zurich, they're so tall that even if they have to play the high ball game, they're still at the advantage.
That's Rabajeva serving. Galka trying to put that one through.
Finally found a little distance between the blocker's hand and the net, able to sneak that hit through.
If you're a hitter and you're going up against a very tall wall, tech shooter, where do you want the ball set to you?
You want it at least 3 to 5 feet off the net, so you can find an angle and create. If it's stuck up against the net, you're right into the wheelhouse when they umbrella block you.
And you've seen this in different competitions. Just finding different ways, not just tooling the blocker, but hitting over with drop balls, hitting away from the block. Any and all angle is going to be so important. And Nagaka now looking to fire things up offensively for Hisamitsu Springs. Four serving 8. With Iwasaka Nana serving. Right side attack off the block, covered well by their team captain. And it's another point for Hisamitsu Springs. And this time it's Coach Zoran Terzic suing for time. His squad up by 3. And some of the highlights so far in the early part of set number 1 in this volleyball action between Volero Zurich and Hisamitsu Springs Kobe. Earlier it was already a 5-point lead for Volero Zurich, but Hisamitsu Springs behind, of course, the efforts of Nagaoka Miyu, making it a 3-point game. Here's Mamadova, rejected.
I don't know where Mamadova wanted to pass through. She went through the taller blocker when she's got Shinabe on the opposite. Or I'm sorry, Nagaoka on the opposite, kind of on the shorter side.
Another chance for Volero. And they go to Orlova, who was able to convert on another quick play.
You have to appreciate the discipline of these middle hitters. Yeah, they're tall, but they keep in tempo. They maintain the integrity of the set play of the attack.
9 serving 6. Good pass. And the finish. And that's what Hisamitsu Springs wants. Handling that first ball. Finding a way to execute cleanly. 7 serving 9. And an ace serve.
You don't really see a lot of jump servers go wrist away. But the advantage of that lefty is quite deceptive down the line.
And this is another thing that you can do, and it's attack well from the service line, Tex. Another quick play, emphatic finish.
Nefaluka Kinawando just doing what she does, that 31 set that she does for the U.S. team. Doing it here, just fitting in perfectly to the offense here of Volero Zurich.
So Rakuk serving that time and taking it back. Alessa Rakuk back at the service line. 11 serving 8. Here's set number 1. Hisamitsu going to the left side attacker. Getting it off the block and all good.
Tokarska kind of half-heartedly blocked that. You're more in danger when you hesitate with your block.
Oh, the tip. Overpass. Looking for an option here, the slide. But the ball doesn't fall. Back set to Nagaoka. Ball still up, oh, but no one And Tokarska just tips it and gets the point for Hisamitsu Springs Kobe.
Yeah, Tokarska not taking any ball for granted. Kept the vigil there on her side of the net, making sure the ball wouldn't cross.
Hisamitsu Springs looking to hang tough against Volero Zurich. It's just a 3-point disadvantage as they're trying to whittle down. It's 9 serving 12. That's Shina Berisa serving, but sends it out of bounds.
Yeah, the pressure to serve tough against Volero Zurich, you have to limit their attack options because of their length. You know, you don't want to deal with multiple tall players, you might as well deal with one.
Natalia Mamadova serving tough. Another backset for Tokarska. Good up by Volero Zurich. And setting him up for that attack from the right side. And Olesia Rakiuk puts it down.
The libero of Volero Zurich just staying out of the shadow of the block, getting a clear beat on the ball, able to pop that ball up for a transition attack.
She's been working really hard here in the set number 1, talking about Silvia Popovic. That's why they've been able to execute a variety of attack stacks.
Yeah, that's the value of the libero.
Oh, Beluga elevates and detonates.
The way she executes her plays, you know, it's a thing of beauty because of the timing, the tempo. The set is right there on the money. Look at this tempo maintaining. It may look slow, but you have to remember that's a 6'3" middle blocker going up high.
Trying to serve short that time. Quick play. Doesn't fall. And that attack straight down. As Rakiuk scores again.
Fantastic 5-step there to the zone 1 attacker. Going down the line, the forgotten art of hitting down the line now, you know, reaping dividends here for Volero Zurich.
16 serving 10. Oh, for Luca, I thought she was going to score an ace. Chance to counter for Hisamitsu Springs. Good coverage at the back for Volero Zurich. Cross-court attack read well by the Japanese libero. Through the block. It's all good for Ishii Yuki.
Yeah, Ishii just, well, Hisamitsu Springs just winning that battle of attrition there of the transition game. Able to throw one more ball back at Volero Zurich, inducing the seam there in the block.
And that's different from the other sets that we've seen in the early part of this set. Tex there, like you said, a little farther from the net and able to find an option. Here she is again. Popovic keeps the ball alive. Looking cross, trying to score down the line. From the back is Mamadova. And that one is good.
This fantastic transition flow of the offense here for both teams. All teams with the perfect understanding about how the offense is flowing. Everybody post to hit.
And the communication now for the Hisamitsu Springs, you can hear them talking constantly. And a great read by the back line, just letting that one sail out. Ishii with a serve.
A rare miscue from setter to middle blocker. You know, even in the quick sets, James, you have to keep that ball 2 to 3 feet off the net.
Right side attack doesn't work. Defense was positioned well. Ishii keeps it alive. Back set, back to Nagaoka, who puts the hammer down.
Beautiful option there from the setter, finding that opposite hitter again and again, confusing the middle blocker just a little bit. Misdirection play creates that seam between wing and middle blocker. Great setting there.
Oh, good angle on that pass. And as quick as lightning, Volero Zurich taking the point back. That pass straight to their setter. That sequence makes it a 4-point lead. Bajeva with that service. Good dig at the back. Setup job from Mamadova. Cross-court hit. All good.
Net touch there on Japan.
And it's a timeout now for Hisamitsu Springs Kobe. They're trailing 14-19 here in set number 1.
ターンが多いんだけど、ミドルがブロックで締めるというよりは、クイックが絶対広い。ある程度真ん中バンチから真ん中ステイからライトに行きたいから、ライトのクイック B クイックのターン側に関してはバックライトで、さっきのちょっと深いどっちだったかちょっと深く入ってるから、ユキだよ。あんまり深く入らなくていい。当たり損ないターンが。
Taking a look at some of the highlights here in set number 1 between Volero Zurich and Hisamitsu Springs Kobe. And Volero Zurich already holding this 19-14 lead. During that timeout, Tex, we were talking about libero play. And you mentioned an excellent way of reading and getting out of the shadow of the block to play great defense. As you take a look at Iwasaka scoring again.
Yeah, the libero of Hisamitsu Springs got out of the shadow of the block. The block was well formed on the double block here on the outside hitter. She swung out and actually faced her hitter and got a good read on the ball. Fortunately, they had that net violation.
And another quick play for Volero Zurich. Backline defense unable to keep the ball up. Boy, there's some serious gunpowder in those quick plays being executed by Volero Zurich. They make it a 5-point lead and make it 4 after that service error. Not the toughest of climbs here for Hisamitsu Springs Kobe, but it has to be flawless volleyball. They want to catch up.
Lineup change here for Hisamitsu Springs. Gonna bring a back row center in, number 2. Keep a 3-spiker offense up front. Try to contain the offense here of Volero Zurich.
Oh, beautiful play!
That's such a high level of setting here. Yeah, I hope we get to see this again.
It's so nice, Tex Suter, you gotta see it twice.
Look, she looks like she's going forward. Faluka could have headed the ball. She was up there so high.
Remember when you could fly like that, Tex?
My memory doesn't go back that far.
And a check ball finish for Hisamitsu Springs Kobe.
Yeah, that's called discipline on the side of Hisamitsu Springs. You know, a beautiful play executed by Volero Zurich. So what they do,
right back.
They come right back.
Good pass. Here's Mamadova. Finding the gap between the blockers, but good scrambling defense for Hisamitsu Springs. Faluka adjusts in midair. How about that hang time?
That fantastic court vision for Faluka running that slide attack. She had no intention of hitting. She saw the open court here in zone 5 and just pushed it over. That's a volleyball IQ.
Good up by Popovich. Back set. And a strong finish for Olesia Rajchuk.
Doing a lot of damage from the back row here on the opposite side. '23
serving 17. Oh, Mamadova, you saw The trajectory of that service, it was heading out.
Yeah, she had to jump a little too forward. She had to broad jump. So by the time she made contact, the ball had already was a little low.
Maya Tokarska with the service. Back set for Palooka once again. The slide doesn't work though. And out of bounds, back a little wide, and that leaves a window open for Hisamitsu Springs.
Now we'll see the discipline of Volero Zurich and what they run to end this run of Hisamitsu Springs.
Look at that, flying high and hitting hard.
Yeah, the blockers of Hisamitsu should have realized where the set was. The set was way short, so they should have taken one step to their left and contained.
And we are at set point here in set number 1. Lucas serving tough. Good heads-up defense. And right cube. Combination play for Ishii, covered well. Volero coming back with a combination of their own. They get it off the block, and the ball will fall as Alessia Raikub puts the punctuation mark in set number 1, which they take 25-19. And it's a hard-hitting, fast start for Volero Zurich. Here's Mamadova with a setup job. And then Alessia Raikuk flying high and hitting the ball hard to finish set number 1. Trying to hit away from the block that time. And no one was able to cover for their blockers as we head to set number 2 with Volero Zurich ahead by a set 1-0. We'll be back in a moment. Exciting highlights fill that previous set as Volero Zurich took it against a hard-fighting Hisamitsu Springs squad. It was 25-19 after the first set of action. And you saw Hisamitsu Springs, compared to yesterday, able to handle the services of Volero Zurich better, but just so many ways that Volero Zurich was able to puncture their defense in set number 1.
Yeah, I mean, it's just reaching for the stars here because Volero Zurich obviously can get to the stars a lot closer than the players of Hisamitsu Springs. Not taking away from the defense of Hisamitsu Springs, they really dug a lot of balls and tried to outplay their opponents in the transition game. But the transition game of Volero Zurich proved to be the biggest difference of all, as Palooka just dominating the middle for Volero Zurich and giving all these headaches to Hisamitsu Springs. You see the stat line here. Look at who's been receiving the ball a little better. It's Volero Zurich, 18 attacks. That's due to a better transition game.
Also, like what we mentioned, it's all about those other aspects of the game which Hisamitsu Springs was able to adjust and play a little better during the middle and the late part of the set. Let's see if they can do the other things now. See if he can set number 2. Shinabe hits. Couldn't score.
Net infraction there on the hitter, a little tight to the net. But if there's one thing that the Japanese teams are known for is their innovative adjustments. They're going to make little tweaks here and there. I'm sure the coaching staff has already discussed it. Let's see how they implement the plan of attack.
But again, like you mentioned, it goes back to that terrific first ball. If you're able to showcase your ingenuity in running various attacks to try and confuse this very tall wall at the net for Volero Zurich. Has to start from that.
Absolutely, the biggest asset in this game is if you have the fundamentals down pat.
It's Shinabe looking cross-hitting line, but picked up by the back line. A chance for Hisamitsu Springs. It's a quick play for Dakarska. Unfortunately, though, that one's sailing wide.
Look at the Japanese setter gazing over to her blockers and now coming up with a play for all you young setters out there. This is the way to do it. You got to see what the defense presents to you and find a way to get through it.
Good pass by Shinabe. Shinabe again. Trying to hit line, but again going out.
Yeah, the Japanese hitters getting a lot of pressure from the length of the block of Volero Zurich.
And there is a video challenge. I actually saw Shinabe look at her coach. And her coach was already pushing the button on the tablet again. One of the innovations here in the FIVB Women's Club World Championship in Manila.
Yeah, they have the tablets now. They input the challenge since they can see the game on their tablet in real time. And then also the substitutions. Remember the old way of getting the number of the player in question? Now you do it also by a tablet.
No touch. Unsuccessful challenge there. Point remains with Volero Zurich. It's 3-1 here in set number 2. Shinabe hitting away from the block. Good adjustment though, but picked up by the defense. And it's a point for Hisamitsu Springs.
No indication from the referee, but we're going to hazard a guess and say that somebody stepped over the line.
Back set. Great instincts defensively from the Gaoka. Another one now, straight down.
Yeah, different result. The set was exactly the same. The only real difference there was Shinabe was isolated with Rick Liukook and really total mismatch there. Shinabe could not get to where the spiker was making contact with the ball.
That's that term you always use, right in the wheelhouse of a tall and athletic wing spiker. Nagaka thought she had that one. Tack on two doesn't work. In transition now, but blocked away.
Mamadova just not allowing Takarska to go anywhere.
That time, it's Natalia Mamadova, a one-woman SWAT team. She makes it a 3-point lead. Nagaka had to adjust. Free ball. Look at that play. It's Faluka running her route, making the slide, but that one going out. Second option attacker unable to put the ball away.
Yeah, the ball was called out. Volero Zurich challenging.
the way that the FIVB is instituting the music to go along with the video challenge. It's a moment of suspense, and that ball is all good. A successful challenge for Volero Zurich. It's like a moment of truth effect when you hear the music when you're inside the arena and watching it.
I was almost wondering if we're going to hear the theme of Jeopardy.
6 serving 2. Here in set number 2. Shinabe the tip, and that one will work.
Yeah, finally finding a hole in the defense of Volero Zurich.
Shinabe Risa serving now. We're going to cut down this 3-point disadvantage. Of course, Shinabe, one of the 3 Olympians on the lineup of Hisamitsu Springs Kobe. Straight through the block.
Ratcliffe just making mincemeat of whatever defense Hisamitsu tries to put up on the opposite side.
The setter of Volero is setting it as high as she can for the wing spikers. Ishii trying to get involved. Ishii again. Overpass picked up. Quick transition. Nagaoka hitting but couldn't score.
You have to hand it to Ratcliffe. She's defending and doing a lot of the scoring up front and from the back row. But she stood her ground on the defensive side of the ball. Here she is to serve.
Nice read for Hisamitsu Springs Kobe. And I just want to point out in that previous sequence, the ball might have went out, but you saw how the setter of Hisamitsu Springs Kobe was able to survey the defense knowing that everyone was stacked to the right, and then send it to the other side for her attacker. At that time, it was Nagaoka. Volero Zurich looking to go on a run now. They're up 94.
Okay, a little subtle adjustment here from Hisamitsu. This is what Japan does even when they played in the Olympics. They make the setter block middle to protect the line shot from the taller outside spikers.
Tough serve. Tsutsui putting that one up. Ishii off the block and able to score.
Ishii just muscling that ball through, going high hand.
That's a smart hit for Ishii. Already knowing she's matched up with a taller blocker, finding different ways to put the ball through. Joust at the top. Won by Volero Zurich.
Little sloppiness there from Iwasaka, the middle blocker. She has to protect the net against attacks like that. She has to be conscious that the setter is up.
10 serving 5. Oluka targeting Shinabe. Beautiful play for Nagaoka.
Nice pistol play, kind of offsetting, because you have the A-quick right in front of the setter. The second option was set just a little to the left because it's a left-handed hitter.
And this ultra fast spike presented to you by PLDT Home Ultra Plan 699 na pinakaabot kayong internet na pampamilya. (10-6) is the count. Volero Zurich with the advantage. But now it's Hisamitsu Springs looking to be more active at the net. Seven serving 10. A difficult angle.
That was a really high-risk serve.
Tsutsui has to set. Sends it to Shinabe. Ball still up.
Great block coverage there.
Oh, but nothing stopping that one. And it's 12-7 now for Volero Zurich. Rakyuk, the woman of the moment. The back set from Fabiola, and Rakyuk puts it down on the fast pack presented to you by PLDT Home Ultra Plan 699 na pinakaabot kayang internet na pampamilya. Osaka gonna score, coming off the quick play. Rakyuk again, better coverage from Ishii. Right side attack, Nagaoka through the blocker.
And there's that instance of making the middle blocker dance side to side, created just a little seam. You force the middle blocker to wave her hands and make not cover the net just as well.
Iwasaka serving. Fabiola. Set up this time for Rabajeva. Mentioned discipline earlier, Tech Shooter. You can see Volero Zurich as well. Coming back every time Japan makes a beautiful play. Serving 8.
There's that tough serving of Volero Zurich.
Shinabe's shot sent back. One more try against a triple block.
A lot of the fans watching will be wondering, why does she keep hitting the ball? That's called trust in your block coverage, in your attack coverage, so they can pop the ball up and give you another opportunity to attack.
Already a sizable advantage. Here in set number 2, it is 14-8 in favor of Volero Zurich against Hisamitsu Springs. And in the previous sequences, you saw both teams winning points, but Volero Zurich already erecting that cushion. So if it turns out to be side-out volleyball, Volero Zurich still with the upper hand. Look at the adjustment by Nagaoka there. Sent back, Shinabe on the left side.
There again, that instant, you make that middle blocker dance side to side.
First it was Nagaoka, rejected, ball still up, sent it to the left side for Shinabe.
Yeah, Shinabe finding that seam in between middle blocker and wing blocker.
9 serving 14. Nagaoka Miyu serving that one. Be quick, covered well by Takarski. Nagaoka from the back, away from the triple block. Nagaoka keeps it up. The tip, ball still up. Turns it via sky ball. Combination, no! Mamadova puts it down.
There's your disadvantage. Look at the setter's size compared to Mamadova there on the outside. Virtually free swing down the line. For all you outside hitters, that's the way to hit down the line. You don't cook your shoulders toward the line. You let your arm direct the ball.
And great recognition from Fabiola, recognizing the size mismatch at the left side. Nagaoka the tip. Nagaoka Furman saying that it was good. I think there will be a video challenge. Yes, there is. And there's that music, Tex. Heightening the anticipation.
And the plot thickens.
Oh, missed it by that much. Another unsuccessful video challenge.
Yeah, because this game is such a high caliber on the defensive side, it does become a game of inches.
Seven-point lead for Volero Zurich. Karska off the quick play. That's what you want after a good first ball.
And both these teams, they understand the value of involving your middle attacker. Just creates avenues of approach when you have to hit on the wings.
And don't look now, it's an ace serve for Shina Berisa. Serving 16. They have to give this one back. Chance for Hisamitsu Springs to go back to back. Nagaoka's drop ball picked up. Chance to transition. But ball getting blocked out, and it's a point for Volero Zurich.
Such discipline on the defensive side. Hisamitsu Springs getting the triple block over. Fortunately, a little gap between Tokarska and the net, allowing the ball to sneak in.
Service error for Volero Zurich, a rare one. So Hisamitsu Springs will get to cut down this 5-point lead by Volero Zurich. Karska, 6'4", middle blocker with that service. Here's Mamadova elevating, picked up by Shinabe. Ishii, that one rejected.
Yeah, Faluga just getting those hands in, well formed. He wasn't gonna get tooled on by any means. The hands invading the space, making sure it had no chance to sneak over.
Mamadova. Serving tough, but Tsutsui, good pass. Ishii's shot blocked. Tsutsui working hard defensively. One more chance for Ishii!
Ishii tried, was rejected when she went through Foluka. Now she went through Fabiola with a little bit more success.
Chizuru Koto serving that one. Ishii sets. Back set for Nagaoka. Right side attack doesn't work for the lefty. Faluka adjusts in midair using her hang time.
But Faluka just so disciplined in running her routes, not resting on any play, always involved in the offense, doing her job, trying to draw that middle, and in some cases, score for her team.
19 serving 13. Iwasaka attacking quickly.
Finding the campfire behind the block.
Is that the type of speed that you want to see from Hisamitsu Springs? Of course, given that they get a good first ball.
Yeah, they have to maintain this tempo and try to find a way through the, as you put it, the wall that Volero Zurich has at the net. They got to find these gaps.
Six-point lead for Volero Zurich. Fabiola serving. Iwasaka couldn't put it away. And another point for Volero Zurich. Emphatic finish.
The Rockets just racking up the points here on lighting up the stat line.
That's a timeout on the floor. Back in a moment. 7-point ball game. It's 21-14 in favor of Volero Zurich, flexing their muscles against Hisamitsu Springs Kobe. But Hisamitsu Springs, of course, able to get their licks in, so to speak. Fabiola sends it to the left side, hitting line. Oh, good.
Just better execution on the transition end. Look at that beautiful set of Fabiola.
And then right over the defense with that ultra-fast spike presented to you by PLDT Home Ultra Plan 699 na pinakaabot kayang internet na pampamilya. And that play going awry for Hisamitsu Springs.
Yeah, the purpose of setting that ball right at the block is just to reset the point. But no coverage there. Orlova having a field day on that outside position.
2 points away from taking the second set. It's Volero Zurich. Right side attack, set back, and Rabazeva saying, not today. That sends us to set point here in set number 2. Take a look at this block by Rabazeva telling Nagaoka, meet me at the top and don't be late. That also gives them their biggest lead of this game. Good play for Iwasaka. That one will work. And you can see Popovich smiling a bit. You know she gave her all to try and keep that one alive. Shibashi gets to serve strong, but send it out, and it's a point, and that gives the second set to Volero Zurich, and they take a 2-0 set lead against Hisamitsu Springs. Will the Japanese squad have another strong fight back, like what we saw in their previous game? Will Volero Zurich still be stingy and not give up a set so far in this tournament? We are about to find out in set number 3 that's coming up. It's 25-19, 25-15 so far for Volero Zurich. Some of the highlights in the previous set, which was won again by Volero Zurich against Hisamitsu Springs Kobe. You saw some terrific plays being executed by Hisamitsu Springs Kobe, but like what we kept mentioning throughout that set, Tex, it's the discipline, and it's the fearlessness, and it's that audacity by Volero Zurich to come back with a spectacular play of their own, not allowing Hisamitsu Springs to put together those 2 3-point runs that can allow them to slice a 5 or 6 point lead into something more manageable.
That's right. You know, that's you hit the point right there. That the discipline is fantastic on both sides of the ball, but Volero Zurich just out executing Hisamitsu Springs in the transition game. I mean, the attacks are pretty even. Look at the errors though, and look at the blocks. I mean, you saw Rabajeva and Orlova just have a field day blocking. Even Mamadova, all of them, even 6-0. That's 6 points. You know, this game is only up to 25. So, you know, Volero Zurich only really had to make up 19 points in other ways. They already have 4 more errors, so that's 10 points right there.
Bright spots that you've seen on the side of Hisamitsu Springs Kobe.
But their defense is doing a phenomenal job. They're getting solid libero play, and from the setters, you know, getting good attack opportunities. But the length of Volero Zurich is just thwarting whatever offense that Hisamitsu Springs wants to launch.
Volero Zurich definitely looking to capitalize on that advantage, especially on the defensive end. But you saw some sequences, Tex, where the setter of Hisamitsu Springs Kobe was able to make a great decision, sending the ball from left to right, from right to left, and looking to make the middle blockers work for Volero Zurich.
Yeah, and, it's really contingent on the setters. If it is Nakaoji that's going to come in for the third set, she's got to distribute the ball a lot better. Maybe some pipe sets, second option from the back row, you know, a little offsetting, not straight in the middle, maybe a little bit to the left, to the right, just create more angles for their hitters.
Set number 3 underway. We thank you for joining us inside the Mall of Asia Arena for the FIVB Women's Club World Championship Manila 2016. Let's take a look at this last sequence. Asking for another service. Be quick for Iwasaka.
And that's the second time they went off speed right behind the block. So let's see if that gets covered by the defense of Volero Zurich.
Yuki serving. She gonna serve strong. Fabiola sets it up for Rakyuk. Rejected by Nagaoka. That one outside the antenna. It's a point for Hisamitsu Springs.
Let's see if Hisamitsu can just keep the pressure on Volero Zurich, or let's see the discipline of Volero Zurich come back here and stop this mini run.
They respond with a quick play.
I mean, it's hard to imagine that the ball set that high is called the quick. But look at the tempo of Orlova, just fantastic.
And Ultra Fast Bike presented to you by PLDT Home Ultra Plan 699 na pinakaabot kayang internet na pampamilya. All tied up. Early part of set number 3. Oh! Beautiful execution. Iwasaka involved early and often here in set number 3.
I think Hisamitsu trying to establish their middle, trying to get isolation on the outsides.
Madova takes care of business.
And Volero Fabiola says this is how you get isolation on your outside.
Now that you've mentioned it, it's at least a higher chance for the wing spikers to score. So take a look at Mamadova finishing over Nagaoka with that ultra fast spike. Presented to you by PLDT Home Ultra Plan 699 na pinakaabot kayang internet na pampamilya. Nagaoka flying. And Mamadova tipping. The ball still up. Shinabe couldn't score. Right, Duke will put it down.
So deadly from that opposite side.
Volero back up by 1, 4 serving 3. Katerina Orlova at the service line. Sends it straight to the net. Nagaoka Miyu was that bright spot in set number 1. Ooh, hit the antenna. That's a point again for Hisamitsu Springs.
And just sailed it too far.
Hisamitsu Springs, at least in my mind, Dex, they need to catch fire early in the set.
Yeah, they need to get on a run and get some distance because their margin of error is a lot smaller than Volero Zurich.
Targeting the empty zone number 5 that time, but sent it out. So that 1-point lead short-lived. Karska sliding. Back by Faluka. Shinabe off the block. Covered well. Good backline coverage. Right hook. Dug up by Nagaoka. Shinabe again off speed. Longest rally we've seen in this set. Faluka with a punctuation mark.
Fantastic slide quick down the line. Gave the libero of Japan a gut shot.
It's like climbing the stairway to heaven that time, and that ultra fast spike presented to you by PLDT Home Ultra Plan 699. Pinakaabot kay internet na pampamilya. Shinabe over the blockers. And Hisamitsu Springs back on the board.
See the coach of Volero Zurich telling his players, look, you know, the ball was not going to be, there was no attack. Everybody kind of stood and watched.
Right hook measuring that shot. Gets a down the line finish. Picking attack percentage. Right hook is leading her squad right now. Most of the time that you've seen her attack, she's able to convert it into points. There's an error on the part of Volero Zurich.
Yeah, foot fault there on the serve. You can land in the court, but you just can't step on the line or in the court before you make contact with the ball.
Amadova. Tipped over the defense. Ball kept up. Chance to counter. Great conversion. And Ishii puts it away.
Yeah, Ishii not showing that there are more ways than one to score. Just tooling that block outside. The block was formed, but she went high hands outside.
Eight serving 7. Again, another tie game. But errors like that for Hisamitsu Springs have not helped. Now that they're trying to get into a rhythm, trying to get score some runs.
Yeah, they need to get some distance.
Oh, strong hit. Ishii dealing some serious damage from that left side, and up she goes, down the ball goes, and tech shooter when you have the hammer.
You put it down.
Ultra fast spike presented to you by PLDT Home Ultra Plan 699. Pinakaabot kayong internet na pampamilya.
Volero Zurich's coach not happy with its middle blocker, giving too much angle.
Volero Zurich immediately responding once again. They go to their own left side, using and abusing that gap. It's a $1 million play, but a 10-cent finish. It's a beautiful movement and the different options, but just attacked a little too much power on that volleyball.
Yeah, not enough snap downward, but you know, you have to hit long against longer opponents.
You're seeing sparks, Tex, but you need to see a flame. You need to see it grow into a big fire if you're supporting Hisamitsu Springs. If you're Volero Zurich, you want to keep dousing cold water on that.
That's absolutely right. You know, the discipline here is, you know, you just play your game. Don't get drawn into the style of play of your opponent, which if you see the score like this, you know that that's what's happening. Volero Zurich getting lured into the Hisamitsu Springs game. The first 2 sets, they were just dominating every aspect of the game. Blocked just a little bit early there because of Rekut's height. They need to delay just a little bit.
I was about to ask that, how you should adjust if you're a blocker going up against a taller attacker. And that length by And Volero Zurich enabling them to protect the net.
It's not only their length, they're able to read the play. You know, the coach of Hisamitsu is asking, why are you going to run the same play twice? They've already seen it. At this level, you know, they can see the approach.
Attack straight down.
Yeah, Radcliffe giving too much line. Shinabe finally found a gap in the block.
Shinabe Risa going up and sending it down. The ultra fast spike presented to you by PLDT Home Ultra Plan 699. Pinakaabot kayang internet at Pampamilya. One-handed set for the finish. Beautiful finish.
Fantastic one-handed set there. Fooled the blockers. The blockers went with the setter. And Orlova put that ball down. Look at that beautiful semi-B quick. Right on the money, right in Orlova's wheelhouse, and she put it straight down.
Two-point advantage for Volero Zurich. Oh, Reichert doing it defensively.
Yeah, she's lighting up every stat line, playing a complete game.
And Hisamitsu Springs calling for time. They are trailing by 3 here in set number 3. Again, if you're Hisamitsu Springs, you cannot allow Volero Zurich to go on a run. That's what Volero Zurich is doing right now, able to find the rhythm as you take a look at this ultra fun family of the game presented to you by PLDT Home Ultra Plan 699, ang pinakaawat kayang internet na Pampamilya. Galpa off the block, kept alive by Faluca. Fabiola heads the play defensively, sending it to the other side, but kept up, but no one got to it on the second touch.
Volero Zurich really making the defense of Hisamitsu work overtime. Look at that, just going clear over everybody. Good up there from Nagaoka, but kind of shanked it just a little bit. Couldn't handle the mustard on the ball.
Kauji, just a few steps too late that time. You have the golden chance now for Volero Zurich. They go to Mamadova, dug up at the back. Shinabe, Faluca going up and sending it down.
Akin Rodeo just finding the down the line slot because that's where the smaller blocker was. That's just smart hitting, going through Shinabe.
And the way she gets up in the air, she has different options, whether she goes cross or she goes line.
Kind of nice when you're that high up.
Madova. Hard angle of that attempt.
Yeah. I think she was just a little too excited because she got isolated with the setter. I think she was thinking of putting that ball, trying to bury it in the cement.
Fabiola sets up for Luca.
Yeah, she unable to control that angle. That ball was headed out, but